Welcome. So in this video I'm going to be talking about a game that I made in less than a day. So I came up with this idea. I kind of wanted to make like a casual game, kind of a tapping challenge kind of game. I'm like, I wonder if I can make a game in under 24 hours. And I'm like, you know what, why don't I just do it and see what happens. This is the game that came out. It's called Woodpecker, and it's a little bit silly in the description here. A tapping game where each level gets harder and harder. Fun little game. It's free. It's got ads in it, but it's a free game. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's kind of interesting. I was actually thinking of doing like a ad contest to see who can get to level 10 first, because it does get harder and harder, and it gets pretty hard in the later levels to do. So I was wondering, I might actually do like a contest, but I haven't decided on that yet. But anyways, oh yeah, and here's my other game, Military Industrial Co. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can go download it. It's a free game, World War II game, in under 24 hours, and it was pretty interesting. My first concept was like, I just had like a giant button instead of like all the UI. I mean, it's a pretty simple basic UI, but it looks a lot better than just like the default buttons and stuff. So I could just go through and just kind of show you the game real quick. So you click play, and then it's just a tapping challenge game. You got a countdown timer up here, and then bottom left it shows you how many trees you have left to peck through. I mean, that's essentially the game. One thing that I did learn about this was I wanted to do a banner ad, and it's going to show in the top right here. And the ad platform that I used before was Unity ads, and they only allow video, or they only have video ads, so I needed to use something else if I wanted to use a banner ad. So I found AdMob, and it was a little tricky to get working. I had to go through like 4 different tutorials because they were out of date. Even though like some of them were made this year, they were like out of date and they didn't work. But I finally did find one that does work, and I'll link to that video down below in case anyone's looking to use AdMob for the first time. And one thing that like some of the tutorials didn't really cover was that there's 2 different ways to run AdMob. There's the test mode, and that's the only way you can actually see it in the editor, is if you run it in test mode. And that's something that people weren't really clear about, and led to frustration on my end when I tried to add AdMob. Another thing is, when you do add the final version, you have to, after creating the ad in the AdMob platform, you have to go back like a day later, and you have to add like your profile info, like your first name, last name, and address and all that stuff. For some reason, they make you wait a bit, and you have to add that again before they even show your ads. And I guess it's like to stop botting or like automated clicks or false clicks of ads. I guess they're trying to combat that, where people will just create a fake app and then do a bunch of click-throughs for it to get ad revenue that they really shouldn't be getting. But yeah, anyways, I'll link to the tutorial that actually does work. Yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Cool to just come up with this idea and then make it in and release it in such a short amount of time. Fun little casual game. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see how well it does. Yeah, anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching. Bye.